Hey zusammen, da sind wir wieder. So, beim letzten Mal bin ich ja kurz aus dem Kriegsrat rausgegangen, weil die Zeit mir im Nacken stand. Deswegen gehen wir da nochmal rein, um noch die zwei anderen zu verteilen, auf Missionen zu schicken. Moment, jetzt habe ich es irgendwie für mich zu leise gemacht. Gut. Gut, was
My
hätten
scouts
wir?
still comb the hills for clues about the explosion. I'll take what I can find.
Ah ja, das schwarze Emporium können wir auch noch freischalten. Das ist wie so ein besonderer Ort, den gibt es schon immer, wo man halt auch Waffen und so kaufen kann. Wir haben ein Schiff aufgetrieben, nehmt euch aber vor dem Acht. Genau. Gut, wir machen erstmal ähm, den Lavellen-Clan kontaktieren. Das ist unsere Familie. Der Lavellen-Clan bietet der Inquisition Grüße und wünscht ihr Erfolg beim Schließen der Bresche, die sich am Himmel aufgetan hat. Einige der Delish hassen zwar die Menschen und wollen mit ihnen nichts zu tun haben, aber der Lavellen-Clan war immer freundlich zu allen und strebte stets den Frieden an. Dennoch wurden wir bisweilen von Kräften angegriffen, die uns nur als Opfer betrachteten. Wir haben erfahren, dass ein Mitglied unseres Clans derzeit von eurer Inquisition gefangen gehalten wird. Sie war nur beim Konklave, um die Friedensgespräche zwischen euren Magiern und Templern zu beobachten, und wir halten es für hochgradig unwahrscheinlich, dass sie absichtlich eure Gebräuche verletzt hat. Falls ihr ein Verbrechen zur Last gelegt wird, würden wir davon gerne erfahren. Falls nicht, würde es unsere Bedenken enorm schmälern, wenn von ihr selbst zu hören, dass ihr Aufenthalt bei der Inquisition aus freiem Willen erfolgt. So. Und hier habt ihr jetzt zwei Möglichkeiten. Wenn man Liliana schickt, die Dedisch respektieren Taten, nicht Worte. Lasst meine elfischen Spione etwas überbringen, das den Clan als Zeichen guten Willen akzeptieren kann. Und wenn man keinen schickt, meine Truppen können melden, dass ihr in Sicherheit seid und verdeutlichen, dass man die Inquisition ernst nehmen sollte. Ich würde sagen, wir nehmen Liliana. Das hätte Josephine gesagt, man muss sich euren Leuten vorsichtig nähern. Einer unserer elfischen Schreiber könnte eine Nachricht überbringen und von der rechtschaffenden Behandlung durch die Inquisition berichten. Ich finde sein ist vielleicht ein bisschen zu ruppig, weil unser Clan war jetzt recht freundlich und die sind ja auch eher nicht aggressiv oder so. Und seine finde ich zum Beispiel so ein bisschen, naja, schon ein bisschen zu sehr auf die Kacke hauen. Deswegen würde ich sagen, wir nehmen Liliana. Okay, wir haben nur noch zwei zur Verfügung und ich meine, damit setzt man ja auch elfische Spione ein, keine menschlichen.
Let's see what we have.
Okay, dann hätten wir jetzt nur noch keinen für was anderes. An die zuständigen Herren und Damen. Das Terrenier von High Ever möchte auf diesem Weg sein herzlichstes Beileid zum Tod der göttlichen Justinia der Fünften aussprechen. Ihre Heiligkeit war in ihrer Weisheit und in ihrem Streben nach Frieden einzigartig, weshalb wir große Hoffnungen in den Erfolg ihres Konklave gesetzt hatten. Wir werden in High Ever zu Ehren Justinias eine Totenwache halten und laden die Inquisition herzlich ein, daran teilzunehmen. Darien Fergus Gusland. Ich bin der Meinung, muss ich noch mal gucken. Okay, jedenfalls, wir haben jetzt nur noch keinen. Wir haben einige gefährliche Offiziere. Wir könnten eine Ehrengarde nach Ever schicken. Hier sieht man immer verbleibende Zeit, wie lange so ein Einsatz dauert. Das sind Minuten. Ähm, ist, ich weiß nicht, wie es in der Konsole ist, weil ich spiele es ja oft am Steam Deck, aber das ist Echtzeit. Also es müssen nicht, am Steam Deck muss ich nicht, also theoretisch wären es 11 Minuten im Spiel. Wenn ich aber das Spiel ausmache und würde das zum Beispiel, manchmal dauert so eine Aufgabe auch Stunden, und würde 5 Stunden später einschalten, dann war die auch immer abgeschlossen. Also ich bin der Meinung, es ist nicht aktive Spielzeit. Also ich muss das Spiel jetzt nicht 11 Minuten spielen, sondern eigentlich auch Zeit, die vergeht, wenn das Spiel aus ist. Werden wir sehen. Gut, wir haben die jetzt weggeschickt, jetzt können wir da erstmal nichts machen. Wenn so ein Auftrag fertig ist, wird der immer links angezeigt. Und ich habe ja gesagt, ich würde gerne mal mit den Leuten hier reden, die hier so rumstehen.
The Inquisition cannot remain, Ambassador. If you can't prove it was founded on Justinian's orders.
This is an inopportune time, Marquis. More of the faithful flock here each day. But allow me to introduce you to the brave soul who risked her life to slow the magic of the breach. Mistress Lavelan, this is the Marquis d'Aurelion, one of Divine Justinia's greatest supporters.
And the rightful owner of Haven. House d'Aurelion lent Justinia these lands for pilgrimage. This Inquisition is not a beneficiary of this arrangement.
This is the first I've heard of Haven having an owner outside the Chantry.
My wife, Lady Machin of Denner, has claimed to Haven by ancient treaty with the monarchs of Ferelden. We were honored to lend its use to Divine Justinia. She was a woman of supreme merit. I will not let an upstart order remain on her holy grounds.
Interesting, considering the Inquisition was begun by the left and right hands of the Divine.
I've seen no written records from Sister Liliana or Seeker Pentacus that Justinia approved the Inquisition.
If you won't take her at her word, I'm afraid Seeker Pentagast must challenge him to a duel.
What?
It is a matter of honor among the Navarans. Shall I arrange the bout for tonight?
No, no. Perhaps my reaction to the Inquisition's presence was somewhat hasty.
We face a dark time, Your Grace. Divine Justinia would not want her passing to divide us. She would, in fact, trust us to forge new alliances to the benefit of all, no matter how strange they might seem.
I'll think on it, Lady Montillier. The Inquisition might stay in the meanwhile.
Do the Durelions actually have a claim on this place?
His Grace's position is not so strong as he presents it. Despite their Ferelden relations, the Durelions are Orlesian. If the Marquis wishes to claim Haven, Empress Selene must negotiate with the Ferelden on his behalf. Her current concerns are a bit larger than minor property disputes.
I'm so pleased the Marquis isn't tossing us out into the cold.
His Grace is only the first of many dignitaries we must contend with.
You expect more people in Haven?
Undoubtedly. And each visitor will spread the story of the Inquisition after they depart. An ambassador should ensure the tale is as complimentary as possible.
May I ask, what brought you to work for the Inquisition?
Sister Liliana approached me. We've been acquainted for quite some time. For better or worse, being the Inquisition's diplomat has become as interesting as she promised.
What sort of dealings have you had with nobility?
For some years, I was the royally appointed court ambassador from Antiva to Orlais. The nobility of Thedas is a rather singular sphere. Those I'm not acquainted with, I know through reputation.
The Inquisition is lucky to have you as an advocate, Lady Montillier.
Thank you. Let us hope so. Thedas' politics have become agitated as of late. I hope to guide us down smoother paths. But please excuse me. I've much work to do before the day is done.
So, mit ihr reden wir gleich noch einmal, weil hier steht ja noch jemand, mit dem wir auch reden wollen. Äh,
You're the Herald. Or, well, the one they're calling the Herald, anyway. It's odd to see them accepting a mage as their hero. Especially a Dalish elf. One look at your face and it's clear you were never part of a circle. My name is Maeve. I research demons and other creatures. Seeker Pentagast and I use what I find to help the soldiers fight them.
You said you were a mage?
No, just an apprentice. Circle mages must prove themselves in a ritual called the Harrowing. I was never very good at magic. I've got just enough talent to be a danger to other people. But when the mages rebelled, people like me had nowhere to go. The Templars would have killed us. Luckily, Seeker Pentagast took me in, along with the Tranquil I was protecting.
I'm surprised that even an apprentice mage wouldn't join the rebellion.
I don't like using magic to fight. I'm not good at it either. I liked studying. I liked performing rituals that helped us unlock the secrets of the Veil. I liked having the Templars around to keep us safe.
You might have done well among the Dalish. Our mages are encouraged to study safely.
Fenrir will take the Dalish. Don't let my lack of Valisleen fool you, Lethleen. I was a proud member of my clan until my magic manifested. You know what happens when they have too many mages. They gave me a pack and sent me into the woods to find my own life. I was 7 years old.
My clan never did that. We sent those gifted with magic to other clans, or...
I stumbled into a village, starving and cold a few weeks later. I started using magic to scare predators away. The villagers saw me make fire in my fist. They were terrified and wanted to kill me. Templars saved me from them. They gave me food and clothes and took me to the Circle. I've seen what life is like without the Templars, and I want no part of it. I just want to study.
You said that you were keeping some of the Tranquil safe.
Yes. The mages took some of them when my Circle rebelled, but the rest were forgotten. Most Circle mages look down on the Tranquil, or try to pretend they don't exist. They don't have any emotions. They can barely take care of themselves, can't defend themselves at all. It's a shame. I like them better than most people.
I'm glad they have someone who cares about them.
They deserve better. They're polite, they're rational, and they'll never get angry at you. When they study, they have a focus no normal person could ever match. But the Templars, even some of the mages, mistreated them just because they could. The Tranquil never fought back. If not for that, I don't know. Doesn't really matter now.
Achso, Besänftigte sind quasi Magier, deren Magie weggenommen wurde. Genau, also im ersten Teil kann man zum Beispiel auch Magier sein in Dragon Age 1 und es kann jeden, aber im ersten Teil dann ist man quasi in so einem Zirkel und wenn Besänftigten die Magie weggenommen wird, dann wird quasi auch wie die Gefühle oder auch die Möglichkeit des Träums, so vieles passiert ja im Traum auch, weggenommen und dann ist man quasi wie, naja, seelenlos würde ich es nicht nennen, aber einfach eine Person ohne Gefühle, die dann einfach arbeitet. Die arbeiten dann dort einfach, ja, wie sie halt gesagt hat, die haben keine Gefühle, die träumen auch nicht mehr und gehen halt einfach ihrer Arbeit nach. Und das entscheidet halt quasi auch dieser Zeuge oder doch die Templer, wer halt davon betroffen sein wird. Also da musst du eine Prüfung ablegen, das muss man auch im ersten Teil machen. Die Läuterung, was sie da gesagt hatte am Anfang, und dann ist man halt ein Mitglied des Zirkels. Und in der Regel, wenn man es nicht schafft, wird man halt meistens gleich getötet. Und Magier oder Schüler, die niemals zu dieser Prüfung kommen, weil sie vielleicht gefährlich sind, die werden entweder auch gleich tschack weg oder halt man wird halt zum Besänften. Genau.
I found something the demons left behind. Can you use it?
Yes, that's very helpful. Just leave it there and the Tranquil and I will examine it.
Genau, also das kann man nochmal hier abgeben.
We can use that.
Genau.
Please tell me if you find something.
Greetings.
Genau. Also ich würde mit den Leuten einfach heute reden. Dann mal so ein bisschen was über die Leute hier erfährt und so, bevor man loszieht. Genau, also es wird erst so eine entspannte Folge.
Tell me how you came to work for the Inquisition again.
I'd been considering leaving my post in Antiva for a new challenge when Leliana recruited me. There's such unrest in Thedas, and the Inquisition seems a promising method to stop it. It's to everyone's benefit if we prevent the Mage-Templar conflict from spreading further.
So was it the prospect of stability that drew you here?
The full impact of the Mage Rebellion has yet to be felt, and that was before the death of the Divine. The violence must be curbed before we see it turn to full-scale war.
Bringing the Mage-Templar conflict to a head could be the only way to resolve it.
Surely we can find a solution that doesn't leave all of Thedas in ruins.
What business are the Montiliers in exactly?
We began as merchants. My ancestors founded the first trade routes to Rivain. We once sent entire fleets across the waking sea.
But not anymore.
Ah, no. These days, our vessels are a touch more modest.
What did you do before coming here?
I had the great honor of serving Antiva's crown as ambassador to Orlais. I'm also first in line to become the head of House Montilier, though my siblings attend to our mercantile affairs.
How strong are your past loyalties?
I would never have given up my position if I did not intend to fully commit to the Inquisition. We cannot fall back on borders. Antiva is as threatened as any country by the rebellions. If anything, the alliances I forged there may help our current cause.
Do you think the Inquisition will continue after we seal the breach?
If we prove ourselves by healing the breach, people may turn to us for other things. Protection, counsel, justice. The Inquisition offered these once to those in need.
Tell me, do you believe I was saved by Andraste at the Temple of Sacred Ashes?
I should much like to believe so, Your Worship. The miracles Andraste performed were so long ago, they're difficult to picture. If it were truly her and the Fate who saved you... Well, in any case, many already believe you walk in the Maker's light.
Let's speak later.
Goodbye. What may I do for you?
What exactly does your job entail?
I meet with ambassadors from various factions and countries and cement alliances with them. We are a young cause. Diplomacy is essential to our credibility.
Then you speak for the Inquisition with these nobles?
I do. Someone must foster goodwill on our behalf, as well as prevent controversy as news of us spreads.
How heavily are our actions scrutinized?
Make no mistake, every noble house, every throne is waiting to see what the Inquisition does next. Many are willing to pledge support, if offers are made in just the right fashion. I intend to see that they are.
How do you and Leliana know each other?
We moved through similar circles in Orlais. I believe we actually met in Val Royaux. Leliana was quite an accomplished player of the game by then.
What exactly do you mean when you say the game?
Forgive me. The game refers to the slow duels of influence among the noble and powerful of Orlais. It's a rather light-hearted name for the matter, but Orlesians are fond of playful touches.
What do the people make of us?
Despite our fame, we're low on steadfast allies. We must aim for more.
Any thoughts on the people here?
Who did you mean?
What's your impression of Solus?
I suppose I should be wary of an apostate, but our elven mage has conducted himself with the utmost propriety. And he has the most fascinating stories.
Let's speak later.
Goodbye.
Also man kann in der Regel auch immer mit den Figuren über die anderen der Gruppe reden, was auch immer ganz spannend ist, was denen ihre Sicht ist. Ja, da können wir, wie gesagt, mal gucken, ob wir uns das immer sagen. Das muss immer in irgendeiner Folge mal angucken, so ein Kodex-Eintrag. Genau, aber erstmal wollten wir ja alles einsammeln und mit den Leuten reden. Weil es vor allem wichtig ist, so auch über die Leute was zu erfahren und die Figuren besser kennenzulernen, weil das vor allen Dingen eine große Stärke des Spiels hier ist. Konversation auch.
If you're here to clean, Hess can get you a bucket and a broom. Anyone calls you knife here, come to me. Oh, you're her. Thrin, Inquisition Quartermaster. I'm doing what I can to supply this mess. If you find what I need to fill one of my requisitions, I'd appreciate you bringing it in.
What do you do here?
I make sure the Inquisition troops have food in their bellies and iron in their hands. Both are important. Lots of people expecting us to be heroes, marching all day to fight the demons. Turns out heroes need to dig latrines just like everyone else.
Es war trotzdem nicht nett, wie sie uns genannt hat.
How does someone end up as quartermaster for the Inquisition?
I served for Eldon under Ten Loghain MacTier, best commanding officer this world has ever seen. After they all turned on him at Denerim, though, there wasn't much use for people who held that opinion. King Alistair offered my services to the
Dragon Age
Inquisition,
1.
probably to get rid of me.
Und auch wenn man die Bücher liest, erfährt man was über Login.
Loghain MacTier betrayed the Grey Wardens and his king.
Were you there at Ostagar? I was. King Kaelan overextended his position, and the Grey Wardens were too late lighting the signal. Following the original plan would have gotten everyone killed. Ten Loghain made the right decision. I apologize. Sister Liliana told me I shouldn't talk about this. Just forget it.
If I have material for a special order, do I bring it to you?
Just take it over there. One of my boys will take the materials or jot down what you found.
Farewell.
Make her go with you.
Genau, also hier gibt es dann so Pläne, die man erfüllen kann, wo man auch Verbesserungen bekommt oder etwas ausbauen. Wenn es soweit ist, kann ich euch das mal zeigen. Das ist es einfacher erklärt. Man muss halt Dinge sammeln und dann hier
If you
abgeben.
find anything we need, let me know.
Genau, Apotheke. Das sollten wir sammeln.
Sacred.
Look who's back from the dead. Again.
I don't recall meeting you before.
I'd be surprised if you did. You weren't particularly coherent. Someone had to patch you up after you staggered out of making those wear, though. So, you're welcome.
I didn't realize. Thank you.
Yeah, well, you can pay me back by fixing the world. Name's Adan. I'm in charge of keeping our little band here stocked with potions and elixirs. Not that Seeker Pentagast seems to care whether we've got the supplies to actually do that.
Is there anything I can do to help out?
We're fine as far as raw labor goes. You've more important things to do than tend to me. I only wish I'd been able to find Master Tajin's notes. Old bastard was working on something special. He died at the Conclave, and his notes weren't here. Been too busy dealing with the wounded to look for them.
How are your people holding up?
There's no shortage of work. That's for damn sure.
Farewell.
Überwachung der Patientin Tag 2. Puls und Atmung normal, noch immer keine Reaktion. Habe ihr einige Tropfen Elfenwurzelextrakt eingeflößt, um die Genesung zu fördern. Starkes Zittern, flüstert etwas über zu viele Augen, etwas über die Grauen. Ein gutes Zeichen? Ich gebe zu, dass ich, hier kann man Tränke ausrüsten. Zum Beispiel hier ist der Regenerationstrank, aber um die aufzufüllen, muss man halt immer wie hier Elfenwurzel besitzen. So, ich habe das mit den Tränken nie so krass gemacht. Hätte ich vielleicht auch ein bisschen mehr machen müssen. Es gibt ja mal Tränke. Der stellt alle 60 Sekunden, alle 2 Sekunden Gesundheit wieder her. Dann gibt es auch einen Unbekannten. Den könnte man jetzt zum Beispiel erhöhen. Da haben wir noch nicht alles da. Dann gibt es hier Elixiere. Da haben wir noch keine. Gibt es ganz viele. Und Sprengfeuer. Ich habe mich immer nie darum gekümmert, weil ich es irgendwie nie gebraucht habe. Ja, das können wir vielleicht uns diesmal ein bisschen mehr angucken, weil irgendwie, ich habe mich einfach nicht damit beschäftigt. Heilen hat gereicht. Genau, da ist Solis.
The chosen of Andraste, A blessed hero sent to save us all.
Am I riding in on a shining steed?
I would have suggested a griffon, but sadly they're extinct. Joke as you will, posturing is necessary. I've journeyed deep into the Fade in ancient ruins and battlefields to see the dreams of lost civilizations. I've watched as hosts of spirits clash to reenact the bloody past in ancient wars, both famous and forgotten. Every great war has its heroes. I'm just curious what kind you'll be.
What do you mean, ruins and battlefields?
Any building strong enough to withstand the rigors of time has a history. Every battlefield is steeped in death. Both attract spirits. They press against the veil, weakening the barrier between our worlds. When I dream in such places, I go deep into the Fade. I can find memories no other living being has ever seen.
You fall asleep in the middle of ancient ruins. Isn't that dangerous?
I do set wards. And if you leave food out for the giant spiders, they are usually content to live and let live.
I've never heard of anyone going so far into the Fade. That's extraordinary.
Thank you. It's not a common field of study for obvious reasons. Not so flashy as throwing fire or lightning. The thrill of finding remnants of a 1,000-year-old dream? I would not trade it for anything. I will stay there. At least until the breach has been closed.
Was that in doubt?
I am an apostate mage surrounded by chantry forces, and unlike you, I do not have a divine mark protecting me. Cassandra has been accommodating, but you understand my caution.
So, das ist die Frage, das sind halt die sogenannten Flirt-Optionen. Wichtig ist, man kann theoretisch gesehen mit allen flirten. Irgendwann kommt halt nur die Frage dann, ob man sich für jemanden festlegen möchte. Und selbst dann kann man noch sagen, nee, ist nicht so. Wir versuchen es mal.
You came here to help, Solus. I won't let them use that against you.
How would you stop them?
However I had to.
Thank you. But now let us hope either the mages or the Templars have the power to seal the breach.
Sogar noch mehr Fragen?
Closing the breach is our primary goal. But I hope we might also discover what was used to create it. Any artifact of such power is dangerous. The destruction of the Conclave proves that much.
You don't think whatever created the explosion was destroyed in the blast?
You survived, did you not? The artifact that created the breach is unlike anything seen in this age. I will not believe it destroyed until I see the shattered fragments with my own eyes.
We would do well to try to recover whatever created the breach.
Liliana's people have scoured the area near the blast and found nothing. Whatever the artifact was, it is no longer there. In any case, did you need me for anything?
I'd be interested in hearing your opinions on elven culture.
I thought you would be more interested in sharing your opinions of elven culture. You are Dalish, are you not?
What's your problem with the Dalish? Allergic to Halla?
They are children acting out stories misheard and repeated wrongly 1,000 times.
Oh, but you know the truth, right?
While they pass on stories, mangling details, I walk the Fade. I have seen things they have not.
The Dalish are trying to restore elven history. If you know something new, share it.
Would your clan listen to what I had learned in my studies? My travels? Or would they mock the Flatir and his stories and go back to their ruins? At least you are asking. That is something. I will answer as I can.
I'd like to know more about the elves from before our time.
The Dalish strive to remember Hallam Sharal. But Hallam Sharal was merely a fumbling attempt to recreate a forgotten land.
Arlathan.
Elvanan was the empire, and Arlathan its greatest city. Place of magic and beauty, lost to time.
You've studied ancient elves. What else do you know of Arlathan?
We hear stories of them living in trees, and imagine wooden ramps or Dalish Erebels. Imagine instead spires of crystal twining through the branches, palaces floating among the clouds. Imagine beings who lived forever, for whom magic was as natural as breathing. That is what was lost.
What can you tell me about elves living in human cities?
The culture in alienages or among the slaves of Tevinter is like any of the impoverished and powerless. They cling to memories of a better past and practice a few rituals to distinguish themselves from humans.
Is the magic they teach in the Circle different from the magic I learned with my people?
No and yes. Magic is magic, just as water is water, but it can be used in different ways. Dalish magic is more practical, not needing chantry approval, although they still frown on blood magic. Superstition. Much of it is more subtle. A legacy from when elves were immortal.
The legends of elven immortality. Did they use magic to increase their lifespan?
No. It was simply part of being elven. The subtle beauty of their magic was the effect, not the cause of their nature. Some spells took years to cast. Echoes would linger for centuries, harmonizing with new magic in an unending symphony. It must have been beautiful.
You said that the censure against blood magic was a superstition.
I did. It's fortunate Cassandra is not within earshot. Most modern cultures forbid blood magic. Publicly, even Tevinter disapproves of it. But as I said, magic is magic. It matters only in how it is used.
I'd be interested in learning more about blood magic.
I would teach you if I knew it. Unfortunately, using blood magic seems to make it more difficult to enter the Fade. You understand why I never bothered to learn it. A shame, as it is extremely powerful, provided it remains a tool, not a crutch, nor a passion.
Are all Dalish elves like my clan?
No. Your clan was unique in having enough interest in human affairs to send you to spy upon the Divine's meeting. As your clans have been separate for so long, they have all changed, adapting to the lands in which they live. Some are no more than bandits, others trade freely with humans, and some have disappeared entirely into the forests.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
Also ja, so, das hört sich gerne selber reden, ohne das jetzt negativ zu meinen. Aber von ihm erfährt man halt am Anfang sehr viel über die Elfen und ich finde es immer echt super spannend, da zuzuhören. Auch wenn er eine sehr festgefahrene eigene Meinung hat. Hat man ja gemerkt, wenn man. Ich war aber auch nicht besser, ne? Ja, deswegen. Aber ich liebe das. Ich höre dir immer super gerne zu, was er dazu erzählen hat. Blutmagie konnte man tatsächlich in Dragon Age 2 auch erlernen. Hatte ich versucht. Hätte mich besser drauf konzentrieren sollen. Habe ich nicht gut hingekriegt. Ja.
Have you heard about the refugees out in the hinterlands near Red?
Aber wie es ja gesagt hat, Blutmagie sollte man als Werkzeug benutzen und nicht als Leidenschaft oder Lust.
At least Mother Giselle is there to help.
I think food and clothing would help more than prayers.
Do you know what it was?
I don't know.
Oh, Maker, you're here. You're the Herald of Andraste. And you were sent to shame us for mistreating the elves. I pay my elves good and proper, you should know. Friend of the alienage and all, and... I mean, I'm Flissa. Can I get you a drink?
It's all right, Flissa. I won't do anything frightening.
If you wanted to close the breach, I wouldn't mind. As I said, I'm Flissa. The Inquisition soldiers needed a place to unwind, so Leliana brought me in to set up a tavern. Nothing fancy, but it's safer for the soldiers than looking for trouble in some village.
What can you tell me about this area?
Adana's Haven's apothecary. He's been making potions and tending to the wounded as best he can. Harris is the Inquisition smith. Whatever he can make you, Thren the quartermaster can probably find. And for anything fancier, you can try buying from Segret. His prices aren't too high. Yet. Oh, there's also Minave. She studies beasts and things, as I understand.
Farewell.
Goodbye. Can I get you anything?
You said Liliana asked you to run an Inquisition tavern. How did you meet?
Dumb luck, maybe. I managed an inn back in Denerim. When I heard interesting gossip, I passed word to Liliana. Sometimes it was helpful. She asked if I wanted to own my own tavern, and I said yes. I didn't realize she meant this.
Farewell.
Goodbye.
Ja, das ist die Sängerin. Das ist eigentlich ganz schöne Musik. So.
So, now that Cassandra's out of earshot, are you holding up all right? I mean, you go from being the most wanted criminal in Thedas to joining the armies of the faithful. Most people would have spread that out over more than one day.
I have no idea what's happening anymore.
That makes two of us. For days now, we've been staring at the breach, watching demons and maker knows what fall out of it. Bad for morale would be an understatement. I still can't believe anyone was in there and lived.
If it was that bad, why did you stay? Cassandra said you were free to go.
I like to think I'm as selfish and irresponsible as the next guy, but this... Thousands of people died on that mountain. I was almost one of them. And now there's a hole in the sky. Even I can't walk away and just leave that to sort itself out.
I'm still not sure I believe any of this is really happening.
If this is all just the Maker winding us up, I hope there's a damn good punchline coming. You might want to consider running at the first opportunity. I've written enough tragedies to recognize where this is going. Heroes are everywhere. I've seen that. But the hole in the sky... that's beyond heroes. We're going to need a miracle. Need something?
Genau, kurz zur Info. Hawk ist quasi deine Figur aus Dragon Age 2, mit dem Varric unterwegs war. Also, wenn man Dragon Age 2 gespielt hat, kennt man Varric von dort auch. Da war er schon ein sehr angenehmer Begleiter der Gruppe war. Genau, und wir können ja mal hier fragen, weil rotes Lyrium hat man ja gesehen.
The red lyrium we found at the temple seemed to upset you.
My brother Bartrand and I sort of discovered red lyrium during an expedition in the Deep Roads. We located an ancient taiga so old it barely looked dwarven. There was this idol there made of it. Bartrand brought it back to the surface, and, well, everything's gone downhill from there.
So what is it? Just another kind of lyrium?
The red stuff is lyrium like a dragon is a lizard. It's not just a different color. It has a whole host of weirdness all its own. I've written to every mining cast house in Orzammar. No one's seen this stuff before or knows where it came from.
What makes it special?
Regular lyrium can mess you up pretty badly, but you have to ingest it for that to happen. Red lyrium messes with your mind when you're just near the stuff. You hear singing, get violent, paranoid, and then it does creepy shit. Makes things float, brings statues to life. It also turned Kirkwall's Knight Commander to lyrium. Everyone's been kept at least 100 paces from it since.
How did the red lyrium get in the Temple of Sacred Ashes?
I don't know. So as far as I knew, the only piece to make it to the surface was destroyed. And the location of the taiga it came from is a secret. Did someone find more of it in the Deep Roads? That's not a cheery thought.
I think that's enough on red lyrium.
Yeah, not really my favorite subject. Need something?
Can I ask you something, Varric?
You want to talk about me? I'm flattered. Also inclined toward extravagant lies.
Are you from Ferelden? Orlais?
Free marches, born and raised in Kirkwall. And despite whatever you've heard, no, Kirkwall's not that bad.
How do you and Cassandra know each other?
You heard about the Kirkwall Chantry being destroyed? The guy responsible used to be a friend of mine. The Seeker had questions about that, and I had answers.
I'm not clear on your line of work. You're a merchant?
I'm a businessman. My family has a seat in the Dwarven Merchants Guild. Merchants buy and sell goods. Businessmen buy and sell stores. In my spare time, I manage a spy network, and occasionally, I write books.
You're an author. What kind of books have you written?
I've tried my hands at a few genres. My crime serials are my most popular. Hard in Hightown, guards breaking the rules to get things done. The Tale of the Champion is the most famous thing I've written, or infamous maybe. I started a romance serial once, Swords and Shields, but to be honest, I don't have a knack for romances. Most of my stories end in tragedy. Probably that says something unfortunate about me personally.
If you've run a spy network, why is Leliana our spy master?
To be honest with you, she's just a better spy master. The truly great ones can keep their distance. They don't get attached to their people. Me, I always wind up babysitting my informants and worrying about their families. We're in better hands with her.
What sort of shops do you own?
Actually, we don't own shops. That was just an example. Mostly we invest in money lenders. Auction houses, a few mercenary companies, a couple of smithies. I think we own half a beet plantation in Ravane somewhere. Most of that's my brother's doing. Bartrand had business sense. Not much tact, but loads of business sense.
Where did you get that crossbow? I've never seen one like it.
Bianca? She's one of a kind. I won her from Paragon Smith Bronca in a game of Wicked Grace. She was such a sore loser. Ran off the deep roads in a huff, and that was the last anyone saw of her.
Who is she named for?
I can't tell you.
And the reason for that is?
Complicated. It's the one story I'll never tell. We just have to leave it at that.
Thanks, Varric.
No problem. Need something?
I read your Tale of the Champion, and I have a few questions.
That's a pretty common reaction. Go ahead.
In the book, you say that first Enchanter Orsino turned himself into a giant monster made of corpses. How? Why?
Do I look like an expert on magical weirdness to you? Well, I can't tell you how. For the why, all I can say is he was desperate.
There's no way Hawk really could have killed the Arashok. It would have started a war with the Kunari.
I was told later that the Kunari disavowed his actions. Apparently, the Arashok didn't get permission before he attacked Kirkwall, and the Qun didn't want another exalted march. When they finally sent a ship to haul the wrecked dreadnought away, they just said, "We will never speak of this again." As far as I can tell, that's the Qun's version of an apology.
Where are the rest of Hawk's associates now?
Meryl decided to look after the elves left homeless by the fighting. She's done a pretty good job of keeping them away from the mages and Templars, so far. I guess she has plenty of practice avoiding stupid human battles with her old Dalish clan. Fenris has kept himself busy, hunting down the Tevinter slavers who came south to prey on the refugees. I'm not sure exactly where he is at the moment. You can usually follow the trail of corpses, though. Isabella went back to the raiders. She's calling herself an admiral now. I don't know if she's actually in charge or just has a really big hat. Might be the same thing, honestly. Aveline is still guard captain. I'm pretty sure Kirkwall would fall into the sea if she quit her job.
So, genau. Und wenn man halt das aus seinen vorherigen Sachen überträgt, erzählt er halt dann entsprechend die Sachen zum Beispiel. Bei meinem ersten Durchgang hatte ich das, glaube ich, nicht, weil ich keinen... Hatte ich, glaube ich, nicht, ne? Kann mich zumindest nicht erinnern. So, dann gucken wir mal nach runter. Ich würde noch mal kurz ins Haus gucken. Ja, noch nicht, okay. Stimmt, und ich wollte noch mal kurz wegen Inventar gucken. Genau, es ist einfach nur wegen, weil ich die Super Edition habe. Okay. Meistens trage ich die oder manchmal gebe ich die auch. Ich gebe sie ihr. Achso, hier war noch was. Und das können wir noch nicht geben. Das kann nur ich tragen. Steht die mir? Ach ja, die fand ich nicht so hübsch. Ähm, tja. Ach stimmt, er hat noch nichts, stimmt. Was geben wir ihm? Das sieht total süß aus. Passt jetzt nicht für die Kälte, weil es. Naja, gut, wir sprechen noch mit den anderen beiden, die hier noch rumtingeln. Und wir müssen noch mit dem Schmied links reden. Ach genau, im Schwarzen Emporium, hatte ich das erzählt, da kann man dann seinen Charakter nochmal ändern optisch. Und da gibt es auch besondere Waffen, die man kaufen kann und Pläne und Werkstoffe quasi. Aber halt gegen Geld. Man muss aber gucken, bei ihr zündet es manchmal nicht, weil es immer echt witzig ist. Also sie kann man halt wie gesagt nicht daten.
I hope that wasn't meant to be me.
What? That?
You obviously don't like somebody.
Did I do the right thing? What I have set in motion here could destroy everything I have revered my whole life. One day they may write about me as a traitor, a madwoman, a fool, and they may be right.
What does your faith tell you?
I believe you are innocent. I believe more is going on here than we can see. And I believe no one else cares to do anything about it. They will stand in the fire and complain that it is hot. But is this the Maker's will? I can only guess.
You don't think I'm the Herald of Andraste?
I think you were sent to help us. I hope you were. But the Maker's help takes many forms. Sometimes it's difficult to discern who it truly benefits, or how.
What's going to happen now?
Now, we deal with the Chantry's panic over you before they do even more harm. Then we close the breach. We are the only ones who can. After that, we find out who is responsible for this chaos, and we end them. And if there are consequences to be paid for what I have done, I pay them. I only pray the price is not too high.
You didn't have any choice.
Didn't I? My trainers always said, Cassandra, you are too brash. You must think before you act. I see what must be done, and I do it. I see no point in running around in circles like a dog chasing its tail. But I misjudged you in the beginning, did I not? I thought the answer was before me, clear as day. I cannot afford to be so careless again.
It wasn't like you had no reason to suspect me.
I was determined to have someone answer for what happened. Anyone. I'm curious. Do you even believe in the Maker?
I'm Dalish. I believe in our own gods.
And there's no room among your gods for one more? I suppose it doesn't matter now. I have to believe we were put on this path for a reason, even if you do not. Now it simply remains to see where it leads us. It occurs to me I don't actually know much about you.
What do you want to know?
I'm not sure. Where are you from?
My clan never stayed in one place for long, though we primarily roamed the free marches.
Oh? I didn't think your people roamed that far north, but clearly I'm mistaken. I'm told some members of your clan might still be alive. Do you intend to go back?
Wherever I am is home enough for me.
That's how I feel now, after years of tending to business for the divine.
May I ask you about the Chantry?
It is difficult to say what becomes of the Chantry now. They have no Templars, no leadership, and no one left who is worthy of succeeding the divine. It has fallen apart when everyone needs it the most. I ache to think what this will mean in the days to come.
Will the Chantry replace Divine Justinia?
They will try. Once the priests withdraw for the Grand Consensus, it is against Chantry law for them to emerge without naming a new divine. Sometimes it takes days, or weeks, or even months. The problem now is that no clear successor to Justinia exists. All worthy clerics died with her at the Conclave.
So what happens if they can't agree on someone?
Theoretically, they will argue until exhaustion takes them or they see reason. Practically, however, if the Grand Consensus goes on too long, the Chantry will crumble. Any cleric with ambition but little sense will see this as her one chance, and plenty of such clerics exist. We shall see what happens. The Inquisition must act in the meantime.
If they do choose a new divine, will you serve her?
That depends on whether she would have me. I am a rebel now, remember? And even if she would, I do not know. It would depend on what type of divine she is. I am no longer in a position to follow blindly, and no new divine could expect such obedience now.
What influence does Chancellor Roderick really wield?
He's a bureaucrat, responsible for communicating the divine's will to the rest of the Chantry. Therefore, he's accustomed to the clerics hanging on his every word, hoping his influence will benefit them. Despite that, Roderick is not a bad man. He's frightened, and believes his place is to fill the gap left by Most Holy's death. Some might agree. As far down the chain of command as he is, there is no one left above him.
Do you really believe the Chantry is worth preserving?
I do. Though I understand how someone born outside of human society might think otherwise. Cast the Chantry aside and new problems replace old ones. We will have learned nothing from history. The people need stability, and the Chantry needs a new purpose. Andraste had a dream for us. It can still be achieved.
I'm surprised you rebelled against the Chantry.
I left my own order when they took the wrong path. It is no different. But in neither case did I stop caring. Indeed, I care so much that I feel drastic action is necessary. I suppose history shall one day judge my actions.
Thank you.
Greetings.
I'd like to get to know you better.
You would?
Is that a problem?
Not entirely. I'm just curious as to your motivation.
Is there any harm in us becoming a little closer?
Plenty.
Is that right?
As you wish. My name is Cassandra Pentecost, daughter of the Royal House of Navarre, 78th in line for the Navarran throne. I joined the Seekers of Truth as a young woman, and was with the Order until they withdrew from the Chantry. I remained as the Divine's right hand, carrying out her order to form the Inquisition. And here we are. That's all there is to know, my lady.
You're a member of Navarre's royal family.
The Pentecosts are a very large clan. Half of Cumberland could say the same.
Really?
No, but it feels that way. I have hundreds of relatives so distant they need charts to prove we're related at all. And they have them. Oh yes. The Pentaghasts value their precious blood like it runs with gold.
So not on very good terms with your family, then?
I do not visit, if that's what you mean. The Pentaghasts are famed for dragon hunting, but few actually pursue the craft. Most are fat and lazy. They pay lip service to the Maker and care only for idle pleasures and past glories. My brother was all that kept me in Navarra. Once he was gone, so was I.
You don't seem to like your homeland much.
My family polluted it for me. What little I saw of my homeland was through the bars of a gilded cage. My uncle treated me like a porcelain doll to be placed on a shelf and dusted only when necessary. Thus I did not see Navarra, the real Navarra, until much later. By then I realized I knew it not at all.
Your uncle? What about your parents?
They had the misfortune of taking the wrong side in the second attempt to overthrow King Marcus. The king executed them, but spared my brother and I since we were family and children at the time. Thus we were raised by my uncle, a mortale tarsi who preferred the company of his corpses to the living.
Your uncle was a mortale tarsi?
A death mage. He still is. My countrymen do not burn the dead, they bury them in special crypts. The mortale tarsi supervise the crypts, like priests. Uncle Vestalis oversees the grand necropolis. Navarrans spend more time honoring dead relatives than they do with living ones. It is odd to be so fascinated with death and its trappings. I will never understand it.
So you were the right hand to the divine?
To Divine Justinia, yes. And Divine Beatrix before her, in fact. The position is normally reserved for Templars of the Knights Divine, but my circumstances were unusual.
Unusual how?
You don't know the story? Thank the Maker. I will tell you if you wish, but it isn't as exciting as some drum it up to be. The short version is that I once saved the previous Divine's life. My reward was becoming her right hand.
But what does a right hand do, exactly?
What is your hand capable of? It gives, it takes, it beckons. It makes a fist. Liliana and I extended the Divine's reach beyond the Grand Cathedral. We went where she could not. After Beatrix, I was tired of the position and wanted to return to the Seekers. But Justinia convinced me to stay. Her vision for the future gave me hope.
You thought she could really change things?
Justinia knew the war was coming long before it began. She tried to avert it, but the forces arrayed against her were too strong. Sometimes you have to break a bone so it can be reset. That's where the Inquisition comes in. It was to be the answer. A means to preserve as well as an agent for change. I only wish she had lived to see it.
I'll let you get back to work.
So, und in der nächsten Folge sprechen wir noch mit ihm, weil gleich ist wieder die Stunde um. Und erledigen noch das mit dem Schmied da hinten und dann gucken wir mal in die Hinterlande, weil dann haben wir hier mit allen gesprochen, haben einen guten Überblick über alle erhalten, was so ihr Background-Story ist, etc., was ich gar nicht so schlecht finde. Und dann können wir uns auf die Hauptquiz konzentrieren und rausgehen, ja. Deswegen habe ich gemeint, mit dem Flirten, bei ihr hat es ja nicht geklappt. Man ist dann eher so ein bisschen lustig. Das fand ich eigentlich ganz cool, um so ein bisschen das Eis zu brechen. Genau. Also in der nächsten Folge reden wir mit Kallen. Und dann gucken wir zum Schmieden, so wie gesagt. Und dann widmen wir uns der Story. Genau. Dann bis zum nächsten Mal. Tschüss.